Picture this. You're sitting in a status meeting, giving an update you spend hours preparing. But halfway through your sentence, you notice your manager's eyes glaze over. They've completely checked out. If you're a diligent worker, maybe an engineer, an analyst, or just naturally introverted, your instinct is probably to double down. You're falling into the authority gap. This is the massive divide between the actual value of your work and how seriously people treat you in the room. And it's driven almost entirely by the way you communicate. Using complexity as a shield is a classic mistake. Former General Electric CEO Jack Welch observed that insecure managers create complexity. They rely on thick, convoluted presentations to sound smart and protect themselves. True leaders do the exact opposite. They clarify. Bombarding leadership with complex data doesn't prove your intelligence. It signals insecurity. It shows you haven't done the hard work of distilling the information, and that instantly kills your credibility. Then there is the second major communication trap, the disclaimer disease. This is the habit of prefacing your ideas with phrases like, fully liable. But to a manager, this immediately broadcasts a lack of conviction and places you firmly in a low-status position. Even worse is the third mistake, the ramble. This happens when you speak without a plan, winging it on the fly and hoping you'll stumble across your main point eventually. Consider the junior executive who invited his top boss to an important client meeting. In his nervous enthusiasm to impress, the junior employee talked nonstop. He never yielded the floor. Walking back to the car, his boss turned to him and said, "I might as well have stayed at the office." True authority requires stripping away all of this verbal noise. If you cannot explain your point simply, leadership will assume you don't actually understand it. As Albert Einstein put it, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. So how do you project authority and command attention without crossing the line into arrogance? You replace the rambling with architectural structure. The most effective tool for this is the PREP framework: point, reason, example, point. Let's apply this to a software engineering meeting. First, state your point. We need to delay the launch to Friday. Immediately follow with the reason, because the current database configuration is causing a severe bottleneck. Next, provide the example. During stress testing yesterday, our load time spiked to 10 seconds per page. Finally, reiterate the point. Therefore, we need to push the launch to Friday to fix the latency. This specific sequence is incredibly effective. By placing the reason directly after the point, you force your listener to immediately engage with the logic of your argument, rather than wondering where you're going. This rigid structure cuts out all the filler. You stop thinking out loud and start delivering finished thoughts. You instantly establish yourself as a concise, high-status subject matter expert. You can push this even further by adopting a psychological tactic called communication. This means framing every request around the manager's perspective rather than your own needs. Think about asking for a day off. A weak request sounds like, "Can I take Friday off?" The communication approach sounds like, "Boss, can you manage without me on Friday?" That slight shift does all the heavy lifting. It triggers the manager's pride. Instead of calculating the inconvenience of your absence, they are internally verifying their own capability to handle the workload. But the best structural frameworks in the world will collapse if your physical delivery is frantic. Speaking too rapidly, using ragged breathing, and leaning on filler words like and like broadcast anxiety and shatter the illusion of authority. When the nerves hit, you have to actively override them. Stand tall and take up space. Before you open your mouth, pause. Take a deep breath, collect your thoughts, and deliberately slow down your cadence. When you combine the verbal discipline of the PREP framework with a controlled, grounded physical delivery, you project a presence that commands immediate attention in any room. High-status communication faces its toughest test during a disagreement. True authority is forged when you look a manager in the eye and push back against a bad idea. The cardinal rule here is to avoid passive aggression. Never just vent or complain. When friction arises, you have to pivot the tension directly toward a collaborative solution. To deliver necessary critique without destroying the relationship, use the sandwich method. Frame your hard truth so that it is sandwiched between two genuine compliments or positive affirmations. Maintaining that forward momentum during a disagreement is the ultimate hallmark of leadership. As pioneer automaker Henry Ford observed, If everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. Earning a manager's respect requires a shift in how you inhabit the room. When you strip away disclaimers and structure your thoughts with discipline, you transcend the role of a subordinate. You become a trusted advisor.